The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. The president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has decided to embark on his 7th trip to France. And according to his team, Tinubu is in France, not for medical checkup, not for anything, but to review his administration. But we ask, can't Tinubu do it in Nigeria, in Indo State, in Calabar, in Abuja, in Lagos? And this big Nigeria, there's no space for Tinubu to do it, except to go to Paris and do that. He can't do it in Nigeria, neither in any of the Ecowas nations, except Paris. The president of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, just ended his tour. According to him, he went to say thank you to his brothers in the Sahel who decided to come to his inauguration. And after that, he said he has to submit a report. And immediately after the report, Tinubu is in France. Doing what? That's the question we are all asking. Why is it that immediately after John Dramani Mahama decided to give a report to Ecowas, we've seen that Ecowas is in France, a nation that is against Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, a nation that is looting, exploiting, suppressing, doing everything to make sure these leaders and these nations do not progress. Is the place that Tinubu is there to review his administration. And why the sudden, after the meeting with John Dramani Mahama, people are asking, is it that whatsoever that he discussed with the president of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, he has gone to give the report to France because he's now working for France? Is it that Ecowas is working for France, making sure that this visit that John Dramani Mahama embarked on was a directive from France to make sure that they force Mali, Niger back into the Ecowas bloc so that France will continue to have the upper hand? Because according to reports, when Ecowas decided to bring the ECO, it was France who resisted it. Until date, Ecowas hasn't been able to bring the ECO because France hasn't given them the go-ahead to do that. Why is it that Africans, we are so excited, making sure that we fight against our own progress? The people that you are asking them to come back into the bloc, Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, that you are asking them to come into the bloc. ECOWAS, again, they told you they don't want to have anything to do with you because you are doing everything possible to serve the oppressors.
President Bola Tinubu will depart for Paris, France today on a short walking visit. During the visit, the president will appraise his administration's midterm performance and assess key milestones. It will also use the retreat to review the progress of ongoing reforms and engage in strategic planning ahead of his administration's 2nd anniversary. This period of reflection will inform plans to deepen ongoing reforms and accelerate national development priorities in the coming year. Recent economic strides reinforce the president's commitment to these efforts, as evidenced by the Central Bank of Nigeria reporting a significant increase in net foreign exchange reserves to $23 billion, a testament to the administration's fiscal reforms since 2023, when net reserves were $3 billion. While away, President Tinubu will remain fully engaged with his team and continue to oversee governance activities. It will return to Nigeria in about a fortnight.
You don't want to fight for the freedom of the people in Africa. And that is the reason to which they don't want to have anything to do with you. And immediately after, you've heard that Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are in Russia. You also decided to go to France. To do what? Are we to be our brother's keeper or to be a sellout? So with all these things that you've done, at the end of the day, you still want to go and sit with them and ask them to come back into the bloc and tell us how beautiful you love them, and you want us to come together to be able to fight insurgencies that are destabilizing Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. Yet you, the one that is talking about insurgencies, there are insurgencies everywhere. ECOWAS hasn't been able to fight the Boko Haram in Nigeria. Are we deceiving ourselves, or we are truly fighting for ourselves? These people are sacrificing everything for their own future and for the legacy of their forefathers. But the African is doing everything possible, telling the forefathers how they shouldn't have done anything because we don't love freedom. We want to suffer. Why did they sacrifice everything to get us this little thing that we call freedom? Because if truly we want freedom, we wouldn't be the ones that will not champion the agenda. We are making everything so easy for Yolo Popo. Yolo Popo doesn't need to stress. The systems that they've created, that Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are always telling us to break forth from them if truly we want freedom. They are the ones that our leaders are so excited and they're holding on to, making sure anybody that will live out of these systems, they bring them back. Yes, they bring them back. Yes, that's why they call them the gatekeepers. Who has done this to us? Africans do not want to unite. Africans, we are our own enemy. Why should we be so interested in pleasing these people? Like somebody was saying how the United States farmers are going to lose big time because Trump decided to cut the USAID. Why don't you see that to be an opportunity to empower your own farmers? We are always quick in thinking about Yolo Popo. These people don't think about it. They don't even know you exist. And that is why they are fighting you with everything that they got. So with all these things, do we still need to bring Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso back into the bloc? United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa, West Africa, and in Nigeria.